Oh, I haven't been looking forward to this. Not that the show is bad or all, it's just that, well, Wolf's Rain is one of those animes that's just really hard to talk about because it's a hit or miss show, and for the people that like it, they like it a lot. It falls into that category of shows for elitist otaku where they just point to it and go, "This is genius, it's the creme de la creme," and is it really? Well, kind of?
They say there's no such place as paradise. Even if you search to the ends of the earth, there's nothing there. No matter how far you walk, it's always the same road. It just goes on and on. But in spite of that, why am I so driven to find it? A voice calls to me. It says, "Search for paradise."
Alright, let's start off with the good points. Wolf's Rain was produced by Studio Bones about 2 years after the studio's inception, with an already successful show in their pocket and the creative minds that brought us Cowboy Bebop, arguably the greatest anime ever. The show brings to the table interesting concepts like wolves, paradise, and also enough subtle context to make Lane do a double take on a big blue ball, if you know what I mean. The story for the most part begins with a white wolf named Kiba as he arrives at Free City in search of the Lunar Maiden, using his nose to locate her by the scent of Luna flowers. Once there, he encounters 3 other wolves who have been unknowingly drawn to the same city by the same scent. We have Sume, Hige, and Toboe. The initial episodes spend time on each of them individually for the most part as the audience gets to know them and their individual character archetypes. But the show also then introduces subplot characters such as the wolf hunter Quint as he tries to kill these wolves with his trusty dog Blue, as well as the scientist Sherd Grey and her ex-husband Detective Hub Lebowski. And after all the characters have been properly introduced for a few episodes, the flower maiden appears named Cheza, just in time to, in true Princess Peach style, get dragged off to another castle by our protagonist, Darsha.
The flower maiden is mine.
The maiden? Is that Cheza?
Cut it out! Toboe, be quiet! Just shut up!
We'll meet in paradise. If we meet again, that is.
Leaving our heroes with nothing better to do than the chase after her for a good chunk of the series. Not to belittle the series at all. Oh, no. The story is one of the best parts. The struggling tale of wolves trying to find paradise is very compelling, in fact, and this was written by Kaito Nobumoto, the mastermind that brought us Cowboy Bebop. So, the problem, if there is any, is not with the story, per se, but with the characters. Our main K9 protagonists all suffer from Sentai syndrome, which is a disease that forces their characters to act in a way befitting of several overused cliches. Like you got the headstrong leader, the rebellious badass, the lazy overeater, the wuss, and spoilers, a girl, who doesn't show up till like episode 12 or something, so I'll stop talking about her. But the generalization of these characters is not what bothers me. What bothers me is that as time goes on, the characters don't develop as much as they probably should. They all remain pretty close to exactly the same as they did at the beginning of the series as they do at the very end, and that's, well, just kind of depressing. Another reason I think people like it is because they're all made up to be pretty boys, but like, who the hell finds that human animal thing sexy anyway? What? Hamina. Hamina, right. Hamina, she's a character, you know. Yes, no joke. Hamina is, she's the wife of Darcia, our antagonist, who is stuck in a coma because she has something called paradise sickness. And it is the motivation of Darcia to cure ye old Mr. Freestyle. Right, because that's his motivation. Kill his wife named Hamina. I totally wasn't thinking of naughty things. With the rest of the secondary characters, it felt like they were there just so that the show could say that it had secondary characters. At times, it felt like you could completely remove them from the plot, and it wouldn't be too much of a difference. That's not to say, of course, that I didn't enjoy them. Oh, hell no. Quentin was a friggin' blast to have on the screen, but the other two I was kinda yeah about. The next two topics should go by fairly quickly. In the animation department, this is Studio Bones. Granted, this was before they did Fullmetal Alchemist and before they gained their infinitely deep pockets that they seem to have now. But still, the animation is beautiful and fluid. Now, as for the music, well, from now on, when a score like this comes along, I'm just going to say Yoko Kanno. And I'm going to leave it at that. Because Yoko is a bloody genius. And this is probably one of the best scores I've ever heard out of her. For the rest of the audio department, I'm going to be going with the dub for 3 reasons. First reason, Mary Elizabeth McGuinn, aka The Major. I'm probably going to overuse the word brilliant here, but it fits her so well. She knows how to direct a dub. She directed the Bebop dub, yet another similarity that these two shows have. And she's a wonderful actress to boot. Now, reason number 2. Over 90% of the cast is exactly the same as Last Exile. And any problems that I had with that dub have been removed. And because of that, this seriously should be on everyone's list for top 5 best dubs ever. Like, there are times when I completely forget who the actor is that's voicing it, and I'm too focused on the actual character themselves, which is great, because that's what's supposed to happen. And reason number 3, well, Crispin Freeman. Yeah, that's all I got to say about that. The opening is another wonderful thing to talk about, because it's like Serial Experiments Lane and Agent of the East, in that it's one of the few animes out there with an actual English opening that's actually English and not English. But as such, it is still very hit or miss. At first I hated it, now sometimes I find me singing it out loud when I'm going about the rest of my life, and it's rather perplexing. The ending is also in English, but the animation is kind of repetitive. It's just one wolf constantly running. The only interesting thing about it is that it subtly changes every episode, like adding snow that wasn't there before, or being daylight when the previous episode was at night, and that's rather fascinating. But do you want to know what the major problem with this show is? The major problem that I have, and that a lot of people seem to have. Have a look at this. This is Wolf's Rain. This is the case. Now, there's nothing wrong with the case itself. Let's open it up. Here we go. Wonderful. It's not one of those stacked things like you see. It's actually a nice case, but if you were to count them, there are no numbers on these discs. If you were to count them, how would you count them? You'd probably go disc 1, right? Disc 2, 3, right? You flip it over, and then like any normal book, you would go 4, 5, 6, and 7, right? Right? No, it's not that way. This is 4, this is 5. And while this might not seem like a big deal, I didn't realize this. And I popped this one in by accident. But do you want to know? You want to know the best thing about this? I didn't notice. Oh yeah, I didn't notice a thing. Because this disc, the actual disc 4, is useless. It's pointless. There's nothing on it unique. All that's there is 4 episodes of recap from everything before it. Seriously, I totally skipped this disc. I didn't even notice that I skipped it. Pointless. Like, here you go. Here's Wolf's Rain. Take it. Can't reach for the screen though, but take it. That's the problem I have. You have 4 episodes of complete and utter filler. Doesn't need to be there. Like, this show is one of the rare ones that has 30 episodes. I was surprised by that. I was like, 30 episodes? Oh my god. This is why. Because they had to add 4 episodes to make up for the 4 episodes that they screwed up with. It's just, what were they thinking? I don't know. So in conclusion, I'm sitting here and I honestly can't tell you whether I liked the show or not. And I don't know why. Like, you've been sitting there in front of your computer. How many times have I said that there's something about this show that's brilliant? Like, you got the story, you have animation, you have the music, you have the dub. And I can't say if I like it or not. There's just something about it. I don't know what, and it just doesn't make it great for me. Do I still recommend it? Well, yeah, sometime before you die at least. But it's not something that you need to go out of your way right now. Oh my god, you need to watch Wolf's Rain. It's more like something that you just watch because you need to watch something and you have nothing better to do. That kind of belittles it, I know, but it's like, that's what I feel about it. Now, I know a lot of you disagree. A lot of you like the show. That's fine. There's nothing that kills the show like that. Well, besides those filler episodes. But you can just skip those and it'd still be great. And yeah, that's all I got. This show seriously has me stumped. I don't know whether I should like it or ignore it and pretend I never watched it. It honestly has me stumped. So yeah, stay frosty. Oh, wait. I got a way to end this. Despite having a good pedigree, this K9 wonder still bites the dust. Yeah, no, that was just stupid and slightly negative. Just go watch the show and figure it out for yourself.
Strange.